Elements of self-defense. Okay, so self-defense is a defense that a defendant can use in court. Let's say someone has been charged with an offense. Person can say, "Oh, I did it in self-defense. Whatever I did it in self-defense." But is everything self-defense? Not everything is self-defense. Let's see. So one element of proving self-defense is this: that the attack was unlawful. That is, the attack that you are defending yourself from was unlawful. Okay, so example of a lawful attack would look like a lawful arrest or a lawful attack in quote during arrest. That is lawful, right? And then an unlawful attack would mean someone just beating you, striking you, trying to unalive you without any reason. That would be an unlawful attack. So you can do something in response to that to defend yourself from harm. Okay. The next element of self-defense is that you or that the danger was imminent. The danger was impending. That is between you and I. What the next thing that will happen is that harm to come to you. Okay, so let me paint a scenario. If someone tries to push you into a swimming pool and you don't know how to swim, and next thing is for you to drown, you are in imminent danger. The danger is looming, is about to occur. Now, if someone tells you, "I will push you into a swimming pool," and you are not close to a swimming pool, you don't even have any reason. You at the time that the statement was made, you are not close to a swimming pool. Swimming, there is nothing close to you that is talking about swimming pool. You may not even see that person again. Both of you are on different paths or whatever, depending on the circumstances. You are not in imminent danger. That danger is not about to happen, and you cannot do something that is so critical, or you cannot use force and then in that circumstance and then call it self-defense because you were not in imminent danger. Okay, so the next or the third element is that the force used was necessary, sometimes reasonable, and was used in honest belief of being in danger. So the force you are using has to be so important because, of course, you are in imminent danger, and then you had to use a force is necessary, and you use it in honest belief of being in danger. It's not that it was delusion; you were not delusional about it. It's a fact that you had to use force to save yourself. So you have to show that even when I was using this force, it was in an honest belief that this person was going to do this thing to me, even if they never intended in their heart, whatever. But then in your mind, to a reasonable person, you had enough reason to think, to honestly believe that this force I use is reasonable to prevent this harm from happening onto me or from happening to me. And then the last but never the least is that the force used must be proportionate to the impending harm. So it must be proportional, it almost like the same. So what do I mean? If someone you don't bring a gun to a knife fight, you don't bring a knife to a stick fight. So you have to use something proportionate to protect yourself. So if someone brings a pew pew, like because of TikTok, I can't say it well, but if someone brings that one there to harm you, you are allowed to use another one to harm them. But if someone strikes you, maybe with their bare hands, and then you bring out a pew pew, if you bring out the proper one, yeah, it's not proportionate though. I don't know how you. And then sometimes also you see instances where persons are okay, let me in this particular one about the force must be proportionate. If you have any reason, if someone attacks you and you are able to overpower them in such a way that they can no longer attack you, you don't have any reason to still unalive them again and still call it self-defense. Let's say if someone attacks you and you're able to weaken them, tie them, bundle them, lock them up, and in such a way, or do something to them that they can no longer attack you, and you are no longer in imminent danger because that person that you have weakened can no longer attack you. You cannot now go ahead and unalive them and say you were defending yourself. Another one is that okay, that closely related to that proportionate is, of course, the court will also look into how many times you attempted the force, or how many times you applied the force. So you see someone where someone strikes a person and the person gives the person like 20 bullets, just as someone struck you maybe with their bare hands, and then you give 20 bullets into the person's body. Do you understand? It's definitely you definitely went over and beyond. It was no longer necessary to use that amount of force. Or when a person is stabbed 20 times, 10 times, 15 times, only one stab is enough to weaken a person, or two or three. You cannot be doing so much. So all these circumstances would come into play. So it's not everything that you do that can be termed self-defense in criminal law. Bye for now.